Good morning. So I'm just getting ready to head out right now. I am meeting up with a friend today to have some brunch and do some book shopping, which I feel like I really need this week. So it should be a really nice day. It is very, very cloudy outside right now. It looks like it's going to rain any moment, which I'm a little bit nervous about because we will be walking around a bit, but I guess it will just add to the coziness of this day. So that's fine. And what better thing to do on a rainy day than book shopping? I am running a bit late right now. I stayed up quite late last night because of Elden Ring, which I've talked a lot about. I am so close to beating Melania. I cannot believe it. I nearly defeated her last night. I was just down to the last little chunk of her health bar, but I died. I'm looking forward to getting more into that tonight. And as I've also shown, which I received this week, I purchased the Dark Souls trilogy. I was going to wait until I had completely finished Elden Ring to play that, but I just couldn't help myself. I've been listening to the soundtrack a lot. I've been looking at the art from those games. Quite a few of you have told me I need to play those next, so that is what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to play Dark Souls tonight, but I will definitely make a start tomorrow on the first one. But yeah, I am kind of running a little bit late now, so I'm going to head off for this nice brunch and then book shopping, and then I'm going to come back later because I've just received something that I want to unbox together. Hello, happy Sunday. So I'm back. I meant to come back yesterday afternoon and show you what I bought because I did end up buying one book. So I'll show that in a minute. I had a really nice day. It didn't rain till I got home, so that was perfect. And I was just feeling really tired afterwards and I just wanted to relax, and it was a bit too dark to do any filming. So that's why I've come back today. I don't know if you can see Rico sleeping in the background there. He's trying to get some sun. There's a lot of sun coming in this morning, but basically this is our mood today. Anyway, I've got something here I'm going to open in a minute that I'm really excited to show you, but I'll show you the book I bought, which is The Devils by Jo Abercrombie. Some of you have recommended this author to me, so thank you, because as I've mentioned now quite a few times, I am getting into more dark fantasy and medieval books. This one sounds kind of perfect. There is some talk about the plague and famine. This edition is just so pretty that I couldn't go past it, because not only is the cover just so nice with all of these details, inside there is some incredible artwork just on the inside page here. Quite a lot throughout the book, just flipping through. And yeah, I can't resist an edition with beautiful artwork throughout. So I'm going to be reading this one very soon. At the moment, I am reading Japanese Gothic by Kylie Lee Baker, which is my Patreon book club read for this month. We voted on and decided to read that one. So just 6 chapters in or so, not very far, so I can't say too much about it at the moment. I am finding it interesting though. I've never read this author before, so didn't really know what to expect. But once I finish it, I will come back and do a little review as well. I am also still annotating the Vampire Lestat, just kind of in the background. So I haven't really made much more progress with this, just kind of doing it slowly for my reread this year. I will quickly talk about the first episode of the Vampire Lestat though, which aired last week because I've been asked about it a lot. If you don't know me, I really love the Vampire Chronicles, some of my favorite books. The Vampire Lestat is my favorite one out of all of those. I think going into this, my expectations are very high, not just because it's a book that I really love, but I think AMC did a really good job with Interview with the Vampire and adapting that for the past 2 seasons. I'm not somebody who needs the series to be exactly the same as the book. Of course, there are a lot of things in this book that I would really like to see. But for example, I love the film Queen of the Damned, and that's completely off book, really very, very different. So I don't mind too much if there's a lot of changes. I will say though, the first episode kind of threw me a bit. There are some things that happened in that first episode that I'm not too sure about. But having said that, I did enjoy it once I kind of got used to to the flow of the narration from the start in that, and I think from seeing where it's going with the previews for the upcoming episodes, I do think I am going to enjoy it, so I am keeping an open mind. And I won't go into what those things are that I didn't like just now because I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but as the series progresses I will come back and talk about it a little more. So this afternoon I do just plan to relax and do some gaming and play some more Elden Ring and probably start Dark Souls as well. But I've got a box here I want to open up which I think is going to be perfect for this cozy afternoon, which is from Sakura Co. So if you're like me and you love Japanese snacks, then I think you're going to enjoy this as well. I did open this up quickly just to have a little peek, but I haven't gone through everything yet, so I thought it would be fun to open it up together. This box itself is just so pretty also. So if you don't know Sakura Co, they do a monthly Japanese snack box which is filled with traditional seasonal sweets, tea, and they also include an exclusive homeware item, so I'm excited to see what I'm going to get in here. These are not the typical treats that you would find in a regular Japanese convenience store, and while I love a good konbini run when I'm in Japan, I'm looking forward to trying some things that I've probably never had before. And each box has a different theme, and this month's one is the flavors of Okinawa. Okinawa is honestly a place I've always wanted to visit, and when I think about it, I think of two things. The first is that it's a blue zone because I watched a documentary a couple of years ago about how the population has a life expectancy that is a lot higher than the global average, and that really had a lot to do with diet. So that makes me even more excited to try these treats. And the second thing, which is not going to surprise a lot of you if you know me, is of course Jujutsu Kaisen because of the hidden inventory arc, which is one of my favorite parts of this series. And we see Gojo and Geto enjoying a rare moment of peace on this beautiful island, and it just makes me want to go there even more. Having a look at this little booklet here, it kind of gives you a little bit of a background on Okinawa, some of the things you can see. It goes through all of the different snacks that we've got in here. There's also this lovely note here from the founder. It's just so pretty. And then of course we have all of the snacks, and as you can see there are a lot here, and I am very excited to try all of them. So some of the highlights of this box: Okinawa pineapple jelly, mango pie, and the Sakura Co kokotu manju, which sounds delicious. And there is a sandpin tea in here to pair everything together, so I'm definitely going to brew some of that. I'll just show you some of the snacks as I pull them out. I've got these two, a little pie. There are so many things in here. As you can see, wow, so many snacks, so many things to try. I've always wanted to try the sweet potatoes from Okinawa because that was a huge part of the Blue Zone diet, so I'm definitely going to be opening those up. Savory snacks as well. There is really just so many things in here that I'm not sure what to try first. We do have a tableware item, and so there's a beautiful little plate here. Honestly, I love little dishes like this because I do like to snack, especially when I'm reading or gaming, so this will be perfect. It's really handy as well because obviously the packaging is in Japanese, but every page has a little picture of each item. So that one is the sweet potato snack that I was looking at. So I'm going to open this one up. This is the Beni Imo Senbei, and it's layered into crisp senbei along with a slightly salty glaze. You can see there, purple sweet potato. This is going to be my first time eating on camera, I think, which I'm a little bit nervous about, so bear with me. This is delicious. I really like sweet, salty things, so this one I'm going to give a 10 out of 10 right off the bat. I'll just open a couple of things and try them out. I can't open all of these, will be here forever because there really is just such a huge variety, but we are off to a great start with the Beni Imo Senbei. The next one I have to try, which I have just spotted, is the Warabi. If you've watched my other videos, you've probably seen me visit a mochi store here that I really love because I am such a mochi fan. So I think we're gonna have to try one of these next. Okay, this has got two different flavors, which looks like lemon and grape. Never had a lemon or a grape mochi before. I think I'm gonna try the lemon, going with this kind of tropical theme. So this is a soft translucent Warabi mochi. So inside, as you can see, it has the lemon, which is infused with a bean paste. So let's try this one. Okay. The flavors of these don't taste artificial to me, which is something I don't like in snacks. So I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. The mochi is really soft and really yum. Just looking at here also, this is a sampin tea from Okinawa, and it's meant to help with digestion, and it's crafted using fermented tea leaves. I love things that are fermented, always so good for you. I will make a cup of this after and let you know how it goes. I really enjoyed opening this box up and trying all of these delicious treats. I can't wait to try the tea now and then dive more into this box this afternoon when I'm gaming. If you want to check out the latest offers, I've got a link below in my description, and you can also use my code for $5 off your first box. But a huge thanks to Sakura Co for sending me these delicious treats. Okay, so I'm kind of in shock right now about the fact that I just defeated Melania, because no joke, for the past 7 or 8 days, I have been trying at least once or twice a day. No matter how busy or tired I am, I would just sit down for 10 to 20 minutes and try to defeat her. So I can't believe that this just happened, and I happened to be filming, which is kind of crazy. I could always get to her second phase, so I thought I would just kind of film a bit of that, but I was not expecting to take her down today. So yeah, I really am in shock right now, and I'm so happy, and I'm really proud of myself because I put a lot of time and effort into this. I'm feeling super confident about finishing the rest of Elden Ring. It's not going to be easy for sure, but I am in the last area now, up to the last couple of bosses. Really excited to hopefully get through the rest of it. Hi, so I'm back. I am getting ready to head out this afternoon. I do want to do a quick little what's in my bag after this. I have been meaning to do another one, but I'll just do a quick little one in this video. But if you would like to see a full one, let me know and I'll try to do that soon. I have just finished getting ready. I've just done my usual makeup today, which is just tinted sunscreen with a bit of concealer and then my usual eye makeup. I haven't put any lip products or blush on yet though, because I've just received a box here of some items. I wanted to try them on with you. I have been meaning to do a get ready with me as well, but I just haven't got around to it yet, so this will be a mini one of those. These products just came to me from Joocyee. So this is a brand that I have used before. They're a sea beauty brand. All of the stuff of theirs that I've tried I've really liked, so I've got a few lip products here and blush that I want to try on with you. So I've got a little gift box here which is very cute, so I'll open this up. Inside we have a mask, got 3 lip products and a blush here. They've also included an angled blush brush, which is great because I needed a new one of these, so perfect timing for that. I'm going to open up the blush first and try that one on. So this is the new Aura blush and highlighter. Comes in a lot of different colors. I love a highlighter and a blush together in one. I'm kind of addicted to highlighters, one of my favorite beauty products. And I picked this one in the pink glow shade because my cheeks always have a little bit of redness. So I don't like to wear a lot of blush, but I do love a kind of soft pink like this. Just putting a little bit. That's pretty much all I would put on if I'm going out. And hopefully you can see there, it's just a very nice soft pink. But what I really love about this, and I'll just put a tiny bit more so you can see, is that it is very glowy. So I'll put some on the other side as well. I am liking this brush as well because it seems to pick up the product very well. I always put a tiny bit of highlighter on my nose as well. So just put a bit there. I could definitely see myself wearing this one every day because it is just very subtle, and I love that it's got the highlighter in it as well. So just a really nice soft pink. Go ahead now and try on the lip products. So I've got 3 products here, which are Joocyee's new PDRN Essence Repair Lip Balm. So these are meant to be ultra moisturizing, which is great because being winter here, it is very dry. So I'm gonna try on this one first, which is Soft Butter. This is just kind of like a clear balm that is meant to be quite plumping. So just pop this on. Definitely feels very moisturizing, and that's what it looks like. I also love that these have the magnetic lid because I seem to always be losing those. And then I'm gonna try on one of the other colored ones now. So this is the color Champagne Brown, and this is meant to be a sheer warm brown. I like how the butter one and then the colored ones have different lids. I think that is handy. I'll just blot off some of the butter balm and then try this one on, which looks like a really nice dark color. I do love a dark lip. Okay, so that's the Champagne Brown, and I am really liking the look of this, and I think it looks nice with the blush as well. And my favorite lip products are always the ones that are moisturizing and have a bit of color because it's just 2 in 1, and I find they're easy to top up during the day. The color is actually perfect for winter. I'm gonna clean this one off now and try the Truffle Brown. Okay, so this is the Truffle Brown, which I'm gonna try next. This is meant to be a warm nude brown. So this one looks a bit lighter, so I'll try this one on. That is the Truffle Brown. I really like this one. I think this is a perfect everyday color because it is just a bit lighter and a bit more subtle. So just to show you a close-up, that is the Truffle Brown that I'm wearing right now, and that is the Champagne Brown, which is a little bit darker. They're similar but also really different at the same time. And yeah, they feel super moisturizing. So a huge thanks to Joocyee for sending me these. I'm really liking the look of these and I'm excited to wear them out more soon.